Hi, this is James. It's James, the wine guy, here to share and celebrate this wine with you today. This is Garnet, and this is a Carneros Pinot Noir 2010 vintage, 13.5% alcohol content, and it was formerly part of Sainsbury. And back panel for your review here. And I'm not familiar with any other label that has spun off just one particular wine label to another company, and I think that's a really interesting thing. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of pings on this. People are going to email me and say, "Oh, well, how about?" And I'll be reminded once again of those particular instances. But I think it's interesting, unique, and it's just a factoid. It's not anything other than that. Now, Garnet is really harnessing the Carneros fruit, and in this we have 667, 777, Pommard, and Dijon Clone Pinot Noir in this wine. And Alison Crow, the winemaker, has crafted a really beautiful bottle. It's really approachable. I believe the price point on this is in the 18 range. And I think that's for Carneros, it's an extremely well-priced bottle of wine, considering Carneros is relatively, although in some instances it may be considered large, but in the whole scheme of things, in terms of how people seek out Pinot Noir, there's an audience for well-priced Pinot Noir because they can't afford any more. And there's only so much that can grow in the U.S. or even around the world. Pinot Noir is one of those where you don't have a whole sea of wine at any particular season because it's sold. People buy it. It's still that lyrical wine that everybody is seeking. Carneros is amazing. I think for me, it's a place to visit in wintertime. It is a place to see this amazing, vast landscape of continuous hills, hill after hill after hill. If you go up on one ridge or one hill, you're going to see another series of hills that just seem to go on like a wave on a bay plain, if you will. And I think that's a beautiful sense of how this land is treating the Pinot Noir and the Chardonnay, first of all. The other varietals it does quite well. So a Merlot from this region is amazing. I've had Tempranillo as well as Zinfandel. Cool climate does something very interesting. Now, this is a really beautiful bottle of wine where I think it really has some of those really canonical notes. Love that word, so I had to say that. But it's actually representative of Carneros. And this is a region that is just getting that really nice, even temperature in the daytime. So you go further up the road, it's in Highway 29, and it's going to be warm. You're going to go to Oakville, St. Helena, and so forth. It's going to be pretty steamy hot. But then you go further south, and those bay influences can be felt. Though it is a warm day or a warmer day, full of sun, you will feel the influence coming off the bay. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's what Pinot Noir absolutely requires, 100%. So beautiful rustic notes on this. And what I mean by that quintessential Carneros characteristic, it is that sense of leather rustic notes. One of my favorite descriptors is plum orchard floor. And it has just a gorgeous sense of that absolute recognition of Carneros Pinot Noir. So here we go. I'll take a taste and give you some feedback. Intense violet notes on this. Rose petal. Malabar pepper is prominent. Dusting of lavender. And several varieties of cherries in this. And that is the Montmorency cherry and bright red cherry. And that cascades in. And really is just such a beautiful way to finish this wine on any given sip. Beautiful wine. It gives a 9.0 out of a 10.0 scale. For more wine reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Please subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, and Pinterest. Salud.